Welcome back, lazy gamers. Welcome back to Civ6. This is Ramses the second, and this is the fourth video in the series. And if you haven't yet seen the earlier ones, please go ahead and watch them so you get an idea of, or you get the full story of how we got to where we are. From where we stand, we are very well positioned to plan our eventual victory. And I think to that end, I think I'm going to edit this down and keep this video short. And this will probably be the last video in the series. I will try to detail the steps that get us to our eventual science win. And any other win, if it happens before the science win, that will be purely accidental. A quick recap of where we stand. We are heading towards economics right now, and we will make our way to flight and eventually to rocketry. Along with Hammurabi and Amanitor, we are leading the pack here. And everybody else is quite behind actually. So we don't have to worry about them as far as science is concerned. And our absolute science per turn is higher than anyone else. So we will definitely be moving through the tech tree faster than the others. So a quick point to make here is I will try to leverage Eurekas and civic boosts as much as I can. And the AI generally doesn't do a great job managing that. So I have a strong feeling that we will be eclipsing the other civs, even Babylon actually. And hopefully we will be the first ones to flight and to rocketry. It will just make things a lot easier. As far as civics are concerned, we are again, along with Menelik, Amanitor, and Nazinga, we are at the top. And very quickly we will be moving into the industrial era here. So I could still pivot to a culture win and make that happen. But yeah, not gonna explicitly try for it. Let's see. We do have an option to change governments right now. Personally, I'm leaning towards the one that give me gold and faith, really. We have a crap ton of faith to work with, so it's not as important. I think overall, natural philosophy and aesthetics is going to play a bigger part. But if you look at our current military policies, right? Professional army is... I can swap this out. I don't think I need... I will be upgrading any military units. At least right now, I can definitely swap that out. Conscription gives me 11 gold, which doesn't sound like much. I think veterancy is a better play here. Just make sure that any of the sea stuff, the harbor buildings and the encampment buildings, I can get them up faster. I'll leave provisional army in here, but after I get a more than the single industrial zone that I have, I will consider plugging in craftsmen. On the economic policies front, Gothic architecture is pretty much a lock as long as we are building wonders. And scriptures never comes out because that 55 faith, it actually is giving us 55 production also, which is huge right now. And serfdom will stay at least until we are settling cities and definitely buying settlers. So maybe for a while, but this will be the card that gets plugged out soon enough. And I'll probably swap that for natural philosophy here eventually. For the diplomatic policies, I do want to leave the diplomatic league card in at least for a little while longer because there are some city-states I have 0 points in. But I think I can plug out of charismatic leader here. And I would like Raj. I think Raj will give me the best value, but for now, I think I'll plug in Merchant Confederation. And that's fine. Let's take a quick look at our city-states that we have. A lot of scientific ones, a lot of industrial ones, which really means that science victory is going to be, as long as we ally everyone, and we do have Kilwa, so that is actually a big plus. As we ally all these city-states, the game will push us towards a science win more than anything else. A brief comment on spies. Initially, I want to move my spies in any cities where I have a commercial hub or a Saguba that can steal gold for me. Once they get promoted, I might want to move them back stateside, mainly for defensive missions. Because typically, if we are civic and science leaders, we will be targets. We are allied to 5 civs, but the other ones definitely will try to steal stuff from us. So I'm going to keep my commentary to a minimum and pretty much chime in only when we come across some important plot points. I think Giovanni is better off in the other city. And yeah, let's place down the commercial hub here. And I think I'm going to not wait and chop things out as much as I can. Let's get the settler here and lock down the spot up north.
A vast tomb lies over me in Halicarnassus, of such dimensions, of such exquisite beauty, as no other shade can boast.
Sweet. We got the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, which is just going to supercharge this city a little bit more. And I think this settler needs to go up and try to lock down this spot. I might decide to settle up this way here too. Let's see. The city is going to be a spot for Liang soon enough. But until you do that, I think you get some... Yeah, 35 freaking turns for that. It's too much. Lighthouse and Colossus is still available. And I am going to get Imhotep very soon. And he does give me double production. In fact, I can one turn some of these ancient era wonders. So definitely, Great House and Colossus somewhere. So if one of these wonders is on this tile, then I would totally put my theta square right there. Which reminds me, I should place these theta squares down. That aqueduct will give us an extra amenity. Oh, Alhambra is still available. Okay, yeah, we're gonna try that. I'll chop that hill and I'll make room for it. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. And yeah, this city, I really don't have room to build any districts. I can chop this tier now and put down a wonder. Off this list, I think honestly I can build the University of Sankor, and I think I'm gonna build it. That's fine. We'll find a different spot for the entertainment complex. I think I'll buy the musket when I have the gold. Yeah, it's a problem. Right, best food goes to Thebes. Best production goes to Svenet. I think I need production.
Economics is a sub. Remember that politics, colonialism.
Okay. I think I'll need a guru or two here. Just so that I can heal my guys who are not close to a holy site. He's gonna send a bunch of... Yeah, there's the amount of apostles that Ethiopia is gonna send to us is not gonna stop. It's gonna keep coming in, and I just need to have a reasonable defensive apostles for force here to guard against it. Right, I have 2 more envoys. I think take Auckland, and we'll get Anshan with the preserve anyways. But put 1 point in Nalanda here. Okay. So Auckland with the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, and yeah, the city is looking good now. I'm getting Imhotep next turn. I think you come down here and see if there is a way to improve this turtle. Okay. We lost Nazca, but that's okay. I mean, there are a few spots here that Nazca can benefit from, because I will be putting districts down on many of these tiles, and this is the only desert I have. Alright, Imhotep. Imhotep will get me the Colossus and the Great Lighthouse. And the third charge, I probably will use it on one of these wonders. So you can head to that tile first. This city still needs growth help. So you should definitely queue up these things. And maybe I should continue running food trade routes here. Yeah, any trade routes over the water are dangerous right now. This dude is fast. Yeah, it's not easy chasing him down. Even if I buy something here, they will be vulnerable to getting killed. Gotta be careful. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's deal with this camp first. If I settle now... Yeah, let's just do it. Let's have some fun. Now I could buy this tile and that will kill the camp. Now first district here, I think... I don't know about district, but you need to get your walls up fast. And I could chop it out. But besides that, what districts am I putting down here? Could open with the preserve here. Think you do have some decent holy sites. I mean, right there is a nice +4. +4 is good. While I still have professional army plugged in, I should try and upgrade my guys. It is gonna be useful. Oh, we lost Alhambra. Or did we? Yeah, we lost Alhambra. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, when you're late to the party to kind of get a wonder that you thought was open, yeah, things don't always happen. Let's see if we can search for it. We might be able to tell who got it. Alhambra is not a wonder that we absolutely needed. It's just one I wanted. Yeah, Monitor built it. That's fine. Should probably check and see if any of these wonders are under construction first before I try for them. So it looks like he is trying to settle into this area. That's fine. If he does, then it limits any settlements we do. Let's see where he actually settles. I think he's trying to head towards the mountains here. Which, to be honest, he's going to struggle. The closer he gets to this camp, the harder it's going to get for him to survive. But maybe he does. Let's see. Right. So, any great people I can get that I want, Leo will be good. And I think I'll just naturally earn him if I just keep doing what I'm doing. We'll wait. We'll keep checking every other turn and see who we can pick up. Now, Egypt really does not have any use for dams. There is no benefit from building dams except the adjacency that industrial zones get. But if I am building an industrial zone, I'm also building an aqueduct and a dam. Are those important though? I think I'm much better off building a campus or a theater square. Probably a campus. Maybe right there. It's fine. We'll make it work. I'm gonna put the Sphinx down here. But let's swap this to the city. Yeah. The only way you can run is south, and that this apostle here, who's my debater, can grab him. Unless he has like some movement stuff that I haven't really thought about. So, oh damn it. Religious units ignore movement cost of terrain and features. That's why. Yeah, he's gonna be hard to pin down. I can only zock him with my guys, but he can run. Yeah, look at that. He just ran past me.
Not all who want.
Sick. Colossus or Great Lighthouse? I think Colossus is slightly more important. And I think we'll one-turn them.
At Rhodes was set up a colossus of 70 cubits high, representing the sun. The artist expended as much bronze in it as seemed likely to create a dearth in the mines.
The extra trade route is invaluable here. And I think I want to move you to Mendes to get that city growing faster. What will it take me to get Nazca back? Religious conversion is not gonna happen. But you can hang around in this area here. Then I'll put a Nazca line down. Sweet. Square rigging is boosted. I can hold off getting here. Actually, I'm gonna build the archaeological museum. And we can go and get something else. Let's get civil engineering. Civil engineering and then opera and ballet. And we'll definitely try and get Bolshoi. Actually, we don't need Bolshoi this game. Let's get civil engineering first. So I do have the ability to build a corporation. Yeah, I should queue up a stock exchange here. Let's see. Who's my next great merchant? Zhao Dagwan. 3 envoys. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. And I don't have the faith. That's fine. Next turn. I could take Martyr, but I don't. Yeah. Martyr pairs very well with monasticism, where even if you lose your apostles in combat, it doesn't hurt your religion strength. It's a good way to keep getting relics using your apostles. But right now, I think I don't have that luxury. Let's pick Chaplain here. I think I'll use this charge and heal you guys. There is going to be more stuff coming down. There's one guy right there. Okay. Glad this guy walked in. I wish I had got that kill like somewhere up here so that it would have culture bombed. I mean, doing the culture bomb in this area is kind of useless. Right, we have the Colossus. I think I can try and get the Great Lighthouse. Maybe right there. That could work.
Scholars are the heirs of the prophets, for the
University
prophets did
of
not leave
Sangpur.
behind a legacy of wealth, but that
It's
of
quite
knowledge.
rare for me to get this wonder. It's a good wonder actually. It definitely helps in diplomacy because it makes your city an attractive target for other civs to send trade routes to. We have a great rider. And we are definitely... I'm taking this. Yeah, let's get it now. Because this guy is going to put down an industry. First mission, steal gold. Yeah, he settled that. That's fine. It's a little far away. I could put down one more city here on the floodplain, and I think I will. Yeah, just about enough. Exact amount of faith. That's fine. Let's go and settle. Because if I put this on the coast, I can put a harbor and another harbor, 2 commercial hubs. Could work. If I buy like great works from the AI, it will speed up a potential culture win. I mean, yeah, I can still go for a culture win here. You have Giovanni.
Improvement
you get
makes
that.
straight road.
Yeah, his apostles are fast. They ignore moved terrain costs, and so he can disappear. He can move fast and just disappear on me. I won't be able to chase them down. I just have to keep these guys in some sort of a defensive posture and hope I can get kills that way. Exploration is pointless to me. Let's get opera and ballet here. If I'm going for culture, I should take curator. If I'm going for science, I should take industrialist. Because eventually I would like to get to vertical integration, but I don't have many industrial zones here. If every city in my empire had an industrial zone, this would be favorable. But I think it's fine. I think let's pick Liang, and Liang can go to my mausoleum city. Zhao Dagwan with my first corporation. Yeah, the tea corporation is good. It will allow me to make tea products which give me more science. So the other industry that I have, a corporation will make sense, is the marble. So let's see, who's the next on the docket? Adam Smith. And I will get him. Although I would like to use his governor charge here. So maybe not this guy, maybe some other ones. Which really means if I have the ability to, I should run some commercial hub projects. So let's do that. Sacred places could be good, but I think I'm going to pick cross-cultural dialogue to supercharge my science here. And to be honest, I should have done this ages ago. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it'll be fine. I just need to keep growing my empire and spreading my religion to keep that number up. 28.5. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a lot. I think you can just run a few campus research grants. Now what building do I want? Synagogues are good just for raw faith. Stupas are good. They will give me an amenity, which is actually not bad. Mosques are good if I'm leaning into spreading my religion, but I don't have moksha in my cities anywhere, so I'm not leaning on mosques here. I think stupa is fine. I think I'm gonna buy the boat here. I think I'll need it. That camp is spawning a bunch of crap.
Ballet projects a
Alright, natural history is done, and so is opera and ballet, and we should make our way towards industrialization. Since we have monumentality, let's get the archaeologist too. And Swenet can build the entertainment complex now, and we'll see if we can get the Colosseum here. Cool. Nazca line down.
The key words
And
of violent economics.
we are at industrialization now. Next step is heading towards flight. Flight and then rocketry. Let's place the Great Lighthouse down. I think it'll one turn.
This
Sweet.
lighthouse was the cynosure of all eyes.
Now this is, yeah, not a wonder eye that has any practical use for us, because this is not a naval war game. That's where the Great Lighthouse is most useful. Yeah, I don't really know what else I can use Emotep for. I think Colosseum next, he still has one more charge. Sweet. We got the circumnav boost for Susing Hong Kong. Alright, hopefully this is the final city and it's down. I have a feeling that I'm gonna flip Desi through loyalty. Yeah, the turtle industry is fine here. Turtle industry along with tea gives science. So it's a good industry to have, especially in a city that's generating science, that has a campus and other stuff.
For once you have tasted
Alright. That's fine. I think we'll have it next turn.
While the Colosseum stands, Rome shall stand. When the Colosseum falls, Rome shall fall. When Rome falls...
The Colosseum raises your amenities in cities that are 6 tiles away from the Colosseum. It definitely helps those cities, but it's really a tourism play here. Not as much as a science play, then it's a tourism play. And we met Buenos Aires, which is excellent, because I'm definitely going to I will suzerain them. We just allied Buenos Aires, and now we have 5 industrial city-states we are allied to. And we have Kilwa. Yeah, we gotta get all these guys to 6. All in good time. We have a first grade artist. I could buy 2 religious things from the AI here. Let's see. Maybe we can get a theme right off the bat. Yeah, sweet. We'll be at cultural heritage sites in 3 turns now. The Big Ben is available and I'm going to place it, but I'm not holding out hope that I'm going to get it. It'll be a cool wonder to get if we do. That's our first product, the tea product, and it gives us science and more science per turn, or 15% science per turn in the city. So since I'm at cultural heritage sites, I can, like, this is the time. I can, if I wanted to pivot to a culture victory, it needs to happen now. Yeah, I think we are doing better on science here, so I'm going to continue pursuing the science one. That's the first national park.
Science.
Alright, steam power is done. And we have Adam Smith. Now I could use Adam Smith on the Marble Corporation, but I think I'm going to use him for his governor charge. And let's promote Liang to aquaculture for the fisheries. Yeah, we are going to supercharge Rakadet's growth here.
Chemistry is the dirty part of physics.
Alright, chemistry is done. We have the option to build research labs now, and yeah, research labs are going to be a priority now. Arkatatan needs it because eventually that city is going to build the Scottermanson station, and wherever I can, I'm going to buy it or prioritize it higher because it is going to seriously multiply our total net science. Let's place the water park down. It will eventually help the city tiles even more once you get to the aquarium, the Ferris wheel and the aquatic center and the aquarium. We have one more city-state. Antananarivo. Yeah, it's a great city-state, but I think it's a little too late. We'll try and suzerain it, but it's not a priority. It doesn't help us a lot at this stage of the game. Alright, we are in the atomic era.
When you launch
We
a
have
rocket,
rocketry now. So first things first, let's place down our spaceports. Yeah, let's finish the industrial zone first though. We have Leonardo da Vinci. So we don't have as many workshops in our empire. He will help, but it's not gonna be... It'll be fine. I mean, it's still good, but it's not as good as it can be. Yeah, let's place one more down. We should beeline for rapid deployment here because I want to place down the Scottermanson station as soon as I can. Will help if we can buy a great engineer who can help us build wonders. Sweet. Einstein? Yes.
Yosemite Valley to me is all.
And I think that gave us suzerainty of some city-state, and yeah, has revealed a large chunk of the map for us. Yosemite. And I think it's time to take Pingala to Space Initiative now. And let's beeline for satellites. We will need to go through the bottom of the tech tree too, but satellites is fine right now. So Einstein gives our research lab more science, which is really good. We're in the industrial era now. I think heartbeat of steam is fine. And the first thing I'm going to do is pick Magus. Yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. In the grand scheme of things, all we had were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 ley lines. 7. 7 ley lines, and that's it. That's all we had. All in all, unless you get situationally lucky, Hermetic Order is going to be one of the weakest secret societies you can pick. Because the benefits come really late. Unless you get the adjacency benefits early on in the game, the secondary benefits from it get realized pretty late in the game. So yeah, but it's great when it works. Probably not a great choice in most games. And I can get Filippo Bruscinelli, and yeah, let's just get him. And we will... I'm getting Big Ben next turn. Cristo I don't need. If I get it, it's okay, but I don't really need that wonder. You are gonna basically wait on this tile. And I think it's time to plan for some backup spaceports. But before we do that, we need to see which of our cities have the production for it. So Thebes, Svenet, and Evnev are... and even Memphis. So Svenet is a... not Shedet. Svenet could build a spaceport somewhere.
Don't watch the big clock. Do what it does. Keep going.
We finished Big Ben. And Big Ben is really a bonus here. I don't think it adds a lot to our eventual win condition, but it does give us a free economic policy slot, which, yeah, will help. So skyscrapers, scripture, and natural philosophy are a good 1, 2, 3. I could lean into tourism here. Let's pick invention there temporarily. And I think I'm going to drop out of forced modernization, go for craftsman here. And while that's in place, I'm going to try and get to science foundations. So yeah, let's get here first, and then we will get to rapid deployment. And I think I'm going to take curator on Pingala here. He is max promoted now. Oh, I didn't realize this, but I already had a themed archaeological museum here. That's awesome. And another thing to note here, so I did make 3 of these tea products. Each of them is giving me a 15% science yield in Thebes. I can probably build a few more and plonk them in other cities here, but this is huge. Plus 3 science and 15% science yield, because right now my total science is 737 and Thebes alone is getting 281 out of that. We got Mary Shelley and
I
we
beheld
got Frankenstein.
the wretch.
Alright. So we are at satellites now,
No one
and I think now
starts
we gotta
right now.
focus our
There are
attention at the
31
bottom of the tech tree. We're still a few turns away from finishing our spaceport. It's gonna take some time to start our projects, but that's pretty much the next thing on the list. And we should definitely beeline straight for nanotechnology here. So it's turn 170. Yeah, we have pretty much left everyone else behind here. Yeah, no one's at rocketry except us. And we are going to blow through the bottom of the tech tree and get to nanotechnology very, very soon. And as far as Civ6 is concerned, yeah, we are ahead. We are ahead purely on the basis of cultural heritage, right? So everybody is here. We are definitely ahead of everyone. Not too far ahead of everyone, but no one's going to catch up. Now, our absolute culture is like at least 30-35% more than Menelik, who's next. Now the question is really how quickly do we get to our science win? At turn 170, we are 6 turns away from our spaceport. I would say that it would still be like a turn 225, 220, maybe 230 victory. Thereabouts. I don't think it will go as far as turn 250. It will definitely be quicker than that. But there is a good chance, depending on how well we do on culture, that we can still sneak out a culture win before we get to our science win. Let's see. We are not trying for it. We are not doing anything to make that happen quickly. And I bet that if I did a pivot right now, that it would get easy. But we are going to push for science here. What policies do I want here? The industrial zone in Thebes, I've already gone ahead and bought the workshop and the factory and the power plant. So I think these cards are fine. Could plug out of invention here, and that's fine. We can grab Stamford Raffles now, and I think I will. He will help us get to our marble industry. I think let's take a detour from heading towards rapid deployment and get suffrage. We'll get democracy first, and then we will continue on to get rapid deployment. And we have our Marble Corporation now.
I have always considered. Why is a woman to be treated
Let's switch to democracy here. And I think, let's see. Definitely New Deal is a card I want. And Science Foundations is a card I want. The rest of these, I think, can stay as is. Except Machiavellianism is the card I will... Just because I do have a bunch of spies who are busy doing things. But I'll swap that out later when I have better options. And Levy en Masse kind of feels dated right now. I think I'll plug in veterancy because I'm still building some harbor buildings all over the place. Right, spaceport is complete. Let's run our Earth satellite. We have our first artist. Now, this artist does not have any slots anywhere in my empire. I'll need more art museums to make the best use of him. But for now, what I can do is I can move the relic out of Palace in Thebes. That will open up a slot for one work of art. And then I'll need, then I can wait. That's fine. We'll wait for an art museum for the rest. And this city builds a royal society now. I got a great musician.
With the sun
Cool.
shining brightly,
I think we have just
several closely situated granite.
yeah, our satellite is up, and we just got visibility of the entire map. Step 1 of our space race is complete.
Everything is in God's hands.
And we also got Christo. So Christo is going to help us get a culture win quicker. I don't know if it is going to happen before we get our eventual science win though.
There's so much plastic in this culture.
Yeah, I don't see this. I think this gap up is going to be too fast for us to catch up to. So now let's do the moon landing and then we'll do the rest. All right. Desi. Yeah. Let's take Desi. We got Ada Lovelace, which is good. I don't think we need her anymore because for one thing it would have helped to build her in Thebes. We could have gotten the encampment in Thebes. That would have given us a slight boost in how quickly we can do our space race projects. But it's fine. We'll try to find a place to use her, or a couple of cities to use her in. Maybe these two cities. Maybe Memphis and this one here. Let's do Memphis first. This city, I wanted to place down a theater square here. Let's do that. Or maybe I'll put it in Shadet. You can put the harbor and commercial hub here. You're building the Royal Society, so you should really be getting builders. I might have the goal to buy a builder every turn. I would like 1 or 2 of my cities to exclusively make builders. And we also unlocked like a bunch of city-states here. I don't think I want to make a play for any of them. Some of these would have been okay getting them earlier in the game, but now I think now it's too late. In 3 turns, we can start work on Scott Upinson. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we got a tank from a meteor. That's good. Not like we need it, but we'll use it. Maybe. We have a tank and we have a heavy chariot. I mean, I could upgrade this guy into a tank. I don't think I want to spend that gold though. In 2 turns, I will pluck back the card that gives me more charges on my builders. And I'm going to send a steady stream of builders to Thebes to get its things fast. I am like 5 turns away from nanotechnology, so I will be able to start the Mars colony. I think almost right after I finish the moon landing here. This is a tough one. What do I plug out of? I want to leave skyscrapers in because I still want the benefit to make my wonder faster. 5-year plan. I think I got to take the economic union out, right? Let's plug in public works. Yeah, perfect. It's 10 turns and I'll be shaving off about 1,000. Maybe 6 turns out of this 10 I'll be shaving off. That's good. You can build the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's take environmentalism here and then head towards synthetic technocracy. You lose tourism, which I don't care about, but every city gets 3 power and 30% production towards city projects. It's pretty much the go-to government to take when you're trying to go for a science win. Oh, good God, look at that. Yeah, it's a little too late to settle for it, but I'm tempted. I am tempted. If I did, I would put a city right there.
Did you ever build a castle in the air? Here is one.
Yeah, finish the Taj Mahal.
Down to
and
earth
that's
and fixed
pretty
for
much
the
a
wonder
bonus
of it.
here. So quick thing here. We are not accumulating any oil because we don't have any oil nodes. So I am tempted to get that. So let's do this. Let's place the theater square. And we will buy a settler. I think I need the... at least maybe, I may not need all 4, but I definitely need at least maybe 1 or 2. It will help.
The Great Ball Court is also very impressive. I would like to have seen them play a game, although it sounds like the end was pretty violent. I think it was safer to be a spectator.
I was struggling to decide what to build, and I saw a spot open and I decided to build it, and guess what? It's not bad. Not bad at all. In fact, let's buy this tile. It is a good tile for Shinitsa. That's awesome. That's fine. Yeah, we're getting to a point where it really doesn't matter what we build. Pretty much our end game is on cruise control right now.
Many rules.
We will start the Mars colony right after the moon landing is done. Now the fun thing is we need to figure out where the exoplanet expedition is and where the boosters, the Lagrange stuff and the other boosting stuff is. Yeah, this might take a while. Let's get to advanced power cells and then we'll see. If we get a direct line of sight to see where the exoplanet stuff is, we'll go there directly. Otherwise, we'll have to get here the long way.
For scientific leadership, give me Scott. For swift and efficient travel, Amundsen.
Amundsen Scott is done. And let's see what our science is going to bump up. But along with that, also our production. So it's just great. Yeah, with the Wonder, our science is like at 919 now. And let's see. Our production is up too. Not by much, but it definitely went up. Moon landing is off. We're at environmentalism. That gives us a tourism boost. And we are at space race. That's fine. Let's settle that. Unlock the oil. Yeah, this camp needs to die. And I think we are fine. I think we have the firepower here. And Mars colony is in 9 turns.
I ought to be jealous of the tower. She's more famous than I am. An opera begins long before the curtain goes up, and ends long after it's come down. It starts in my imagination, it becomes my life, and it stays part of my life, long after I've left the opera house.
The Mars colony is done. And it's done 194.
Leave the atom alone.
So yeah, so things are going slower than what I would have expected. But we are switching to optimization imperative here, just to speed things along a bit. Anything that gives us science and production definitely gets plugged in. And these two, International Space Agency and collective activism, is fine. Just need more science. Anything that gives me more science is fine. I think Raj is okay. Now we have pretty much run through everything on the Civ6 tree. There are a few low-end techs that we haven't got yet. Let's get capitalism here, because I would love to get that, the market economy card. And from that point on, I think, yeah, let's see what the other stuff reveals. So how far are we from knowing where our exoplanet expedition is? We are getting to lasers, guidance systems, and robotics. That should unlock this one. I'm hoping it's one of these guys, but most likely after I unlock these two, it's going to be somewhere here, or worst case, it's this one. If the city is able to, it should build a spaceport just to build the accelerator projects eventually. So we got Irving Schrodinger, and he boosted the three decks that we hadn't yet boosted in the atomic. Yeah, we are close to unraveling where the exoplanet expedition is. And as soon as it is, we'll start working on it in Thebes. I know I can put down some more national parks. Wow. Okay, I can't get to that tile. Unless maybe if I tunnel there, I might be able to put one there. I have two more here. I'm gonna put them down. Just for fun. I have the faith and I really don't need it for anything else. These two guys will do that there. Have one up here. I'm gonna buy a military engineer here. He's gonna tunnel that, and I'll see if I can put one here.
I am a big proponent of harnessing the fetter this malefactor.
Let's get that first, and then get the rest. Yeah, sweet. We will have it in one turn. This is pretty much the final form of a city that has the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus with Auckland, with a fully developed harbor and a fully developed water park. Styles look good. We have overshot our era score by... I mean, what, we still have like 6 turns to go, and it's very likely, yeah, we are about 70. Yeah, we'll be more than 70 points ahead of where we needed to be.
It ascends from the earth to the heaven.
We are at smart materials now, and we are definitely starting the exoplanet here. And I think I'm gonna buy a few builders. Let's reveal that. And I think the exoplanet is gonna be, or the accelerators to the exoplanet expedition are gonna be here. So we'll probably actually, let's beeline for that point. Okay, let's get sea stats first and see what this one is, because I have no idea which one of these is gonna be the exoplanet accelerators. Okay. Let's see, where are we culture wise? We are still about maybe a third or maybe a fourth of the way. Less than fourth. Yeah, if you compare this with our last game with the Cree, like our multipliers here are not all that strong. But we could have leaned in here. We are at turn 200 now. And it's very possible that had I pivoted to a culture victory maybe like 80 turns ago, we would be very close to a win right now. But we are very close to a science win too. The thing with science victories is that you need those turns, right? You need the fixed amount of turns to build all the science projects, and then the 50 turns after that to finish the game. And you can accelerate that with the Lagrange station and the terrestrial station. Again, it's a question of time. You can't cut that down by, there is a limit to how much you can cut that time down by. But with culture, that's not the case. With culture, if you play your cards right, you can actually accelerate that. Almost exponentially, I want to say. There you go. You got a beeline there.
No, my friends, we have not fallen.
Alright, our full mission is done. And we are one turn away from the exoplanet. So let's just keep getting our builders here. That's it. I think nothing else to do. Let's just queue up everything. Sweet. Exoplanet is off.
I would say invisibility.
Yeah, the era ends next turn. And we have surpassed this by almost 80 points. Actually more, since we are going to get this guy. All my cities, they will just need to do this. Our clock is started, it's 50 turns from this point on. We will be cutting it down by half, and I think I'll be cutting it down from 50 to about 14 turns, I think. Maybe more. maybe 16 turns. I think turn 220 is about the time when we are going to get the win.
The single biggest problem. Ah, my beloved.
Let's see if we get the Statue of Liberty before we win the game. It's possible. Let's cut Ramses off. Like sending your first one cuts your time by half, the second one by a third, and so on and so forth. If you were pushing for a diplomatic victory, we would be at 13. 13 plus, if we get this wonder, it'll be plus 4, 17. Yeah, I mean, if science was out of the question for whatever reason, we could have gone diplomatic victory here. And the second one. That's number 3. Number 4. 4 of them would like automatically cuts the 50 down to like 13. So we are at 208 right now. It's been 4 turns since we started. Let's take a look and see how far along we are. So yeah, another 9 turns I think. Or actually less. Less than 9 turns. One more. Another one. So how far along are we? We're traveling 7 light years per turn. And we have traveled 16 so far. We want to get 2 more next turn. Another one possibly. And then the game's going to be over soon. That's one. That's the second one. Getting 1 more next turn. We're traveling 9 light years per turn, so yeah, 3 turns. Yeah, 215. So turn 214 or turn 215 when. Now we still have 11 more to go, and we are traveling 10 light years per turn. Okay, might be 2 more turns then. Like if I finish this one right now, the game ends next turn. So it's gonna be a turn 215 win.
I never think of the future.
Yep, we have won. 1 more turn and the game's over, so I'm gonna shift enter here.
Much as our ancestors did ages ago, we thrust
That's
forward
it.
into the unknown. The first pioneers set forth on an uneasy course. And yet once again did our people thrive. Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world our own.
This was a great game, and I think had I leaned into my win condition earlier, things would have happened faster. But it was like this game was a good case study in how to keep all your options open and then pivot into pick the win condition that just feels right. And I think in this case, Egypt science just felt right from the get-go. And honestly, our decision was made when we ended up picking hermetic order there. Our science game set the stage for where we are. I mean, going back to turn 1, if I make a few different decisions, this game goes in a different way, in a completely different direction. Maybe I pick Void Singers here. Maybe the culture win is what we end up going for. Or if we made some mistakes with the barbarians plaguing us, you know, yeah, it could have gone anyways. Like Babylon, a big pivot in the game was when Babylon, who was distinctly unfriendly with us, just changed his flavor and became friendly. And that, that just took a load off my shoulders here. The game became so much easier after that. But yeah, this is great. I think this might be my last Civ 6 video for a while. I believe the test of time update for Civ 7 is gonna be... I think it's imminent. It comes out soon. And I have a strong feeling that I will be playing a lot of Civ 7 from this point on. I'm very hopeful for the future of Civ 7 really. Fingers crossed for that one. Besides Civ 7, I expect to be playing some Ara too. I'll put some videos out for that. But I think it'll be mainly Civ 7. Thank you for watching and yeah, tune into the next one. If you have made it this far and have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share with your friends, or consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, my heartfelt thanks to you. Thank you.